Getting our well put in. The horses are all watching. Here comes our cabin. The lawnmower. Just put the first minute on the lawnmower.
Yeah, Mommy, how do you turn on?
Cheese, Mommy.
Good morning. We're out in front of this beautiful cabin here, which I'll turn the camera around in a second to show you. And what I'm doing is, it was a prefab cabin. You can kind of see it better over here. I'm going to turn my camera around. I'm going to kind of show you what the cabin looks like. But what I'm going to be showing you is basically what I've already done inside the cabin. I've got to finish out the whole cabin. So I will show you what I've done inside the cabin and what I'm planning to do. So, all right. So just to give you a little bit of a outside view, here's the cabin. I believe this one's a 16 by 32. And we'll go ahead and walk in. All right, so I walk in here, excuse the mess. I just put up this wall here. I'm building a bar. I just walk through the wall. So this will be my bar. I've got 2 outlets here. Fridge there. This will be a stove. We've got some counter space, more counter space. And then over this way, it's gonna be like dining room. So there'll be like a little table here. If you come this way, I've got a little pantry here. Right now it's just storage. So right here, along this line, over to here, and then down to that wall is a washroom. I put up this wall yesterday. From this line over will be my bedroom. If you walk into my bedroom here, it's gonna be real small. The bed is not against the wall over there, so there will be a little bit more walk room here, maybe to about right there. This is my bathroom. It's not like teeny tiny bathroom, but it's not big either. So over here, there'll be like a little corner round shower. Toilet, obviously. I already put the toilet in. It's hooked to the septic. The toilet's great. On this side, I will do a vanity with a sink. Try not to look in the mirror because I look scary. And then I'll do a retaining wall to about right here, just so that it separates the bedroom from the sink. But I'm going to leave, so from about right there, try to leave like a normal door space, so it'll probably be like more like right here. I'm not going to put a door on unless it's a pocket sliding door. I'm just gonna leave it open. It's just my bedroom. And yeah, so that's the downstairs. Okay, I think I'm gonna be pretty happy with this bar. You've still got quite a bit of walk space. If you open up the fridge, you still got quite a bit of room. I think the only thing that I won't be happy with is, or I won't say I won't be happy with it, but I've been thinking on it a lot because I'm like, oh, I don't know if I like that idea, is that I'm putting the stove right next to the fridge because that's pretty much the only spot I could really put it. And I'm just not sure how that's gonna look. it might look really bad. But I'm not sure, so. Well, I'm gonna get it and that's kind of why I got appliances before I finished the house, is that I wanted to see how they'd fit. I'm kind of a visual person. As you see, I marked where I thought the refrigerator would come out to, which I was pretty darn close. Not 100% because it barely went over my lines, but I was pretty close. So, yeah, I really need to just get the stove and put it in there and just see what it's going to look like. Because I want the kitchen sink to be right here over these windows. I'd say the only other spot I could really put the stove would be like right next to the kitchen sink, but then that would make so there's no counter space after this kitchen sink, so it just wouldn't work. So this is the upstairs. The flooring over there is not finished. Got to bring the upstairs all the way over to here, make it a full upstairs. So I'm going to split it in half. I'm going to make 2 bedrooms there. And then they're going to be small bedrooms, but I don't need super big bedrooms. In the middle here is going to be a big bathroom. And then over on this side, same thing, split it in half. The ceilings are actually really nice and high. I mean, you can see there's probably a good, you can't hardly see, but there's probably a good 3 foot above to the top of my hand can reach. Obviously, if I walk over here, you know, it gets shorter. But so let's see, about right here, that's when my hand starts not being able to reach. But so it'll be a pretty decent area up here. So it's not like, I want to call it a loft, but it could be considered a loft, but it's a big loft. Kind of like a peaked upstairs almost. So yeah, so that's the upstairs. All right, so just a little update. I put in this wall here. I have decided I'm going to put in a pocket door here. It's going to be a pretty small pocket door, but I'm also going, I'm going to do pocket doors. I'm going to do a pocket door here, and I will also do a pocket door here for the washroom. And another thing I just did is I put up this wall here. I was going to try and match it and do like a little something, not quite like that, but like kind of something like that. I put it up, didn't like it, so I took it down. Just gonna leave it like that. It's kind of a mess right here, but I went ahead and put some temporary tops on this bar so that I could use it for the moment. Get stuff off the floor. See, what else have we done? That's about it right now. So I wanted to take a little before and after here. This is what it looks like. I've got a guy coming to brush hog today. Up here was just those bushes here, and I got a lot of it mowed. It was quite the challenge. I really scratched up my legs, and that's why I decided to just hire someone to come out and brush hog. But definitely keeping those 2 trees. Those are some cute trees. Lassie! Lassie decided to run off. Not the end of the world, I'll get her in a minute. And then he's gonna try to get all this. I don't know if those trees are gonna be too big for him or not, but I told him to just go around whatever he thought was too big and just mow what he thinks he can mow, because I can go in with a chainsaw and get the trees that are too big for him And it also gives me a little bit of pick and choose, you know, if I decide to keep a tree, I can. All right, so I started wiring the kitchen. I just got done wiring the bathroom and everything, and here comes the excavator. This is going to be digging this trench here for our water from the well. And then my father's here helping me. We're gonna get this water line put in, and then the power, we're gonna dig this power trench as well. So that's gonna be pretty exciting to get those two big steps done. There he is digging the trench. He went all the way from that pole and all the way over to the house, and he's done it in less than an hour so far. So I'd say about an hour and 20 minutes he'll be done with this trench, and he'll be onto this water one. I've got all these pipes connected, and he's gonna come over here and finish digging this one. I'd started hand digging it. I've gotten, yeah, pretty deep right there, but not near what it needs to be. And then it's pretty shallow here, because if you walk over and look at his trench, he's got it probably 3.5 to 4 foot deep. He's got a pretty deep hole here. It's got a real nice deep hole. Alright, we got the pipe to the well casing and across the road. And now we are burying. Alright, the power is getting buried. Super exciting. This is another big thing that's almost done. And then it'll just be the refining touches of the inside of the house. And there is an aerial view. Alright, so I am putting together the last fittings for the water to go up into the house. And then the rest of this trench will get buried. And we'll have water. So this is an exciting day. The surveyor here, they're going to go up top and survey the property. That's going to be huge. And let's see, up to that tree there. So we got power. The wiring's not quite finished, but we do have power. And we just have a shop light up right now, but we'll be putting the fixtures in soon. And my dad's in here wiring this box up.
Okay, put your labels right there so that they.
All right. And he did a really good job with that
Don't touch
wiring.
that one or that one, but you can touch that one.
Okay.
Okay.
Look how nice he made that look.
Oh yeah. Square wires.
Yeah. Anyway, we got power in here too. Pretty exciting. All the insulation's in. Power's working. And now we just do the finishing touches. Alright, so we got our bladder tank in for the well. I went ahead and started putting up the pipe. Obviously I'm not done, that's why it's hanging around. I've also got it across here, which I'll show you in the washroom. It's going across the ceiling there. And then it comes out in the bathroom. Let's see. Yeah, so got the pipe already out in the bathroom. That's a temporary light. It's just plugged in. I ordered my fixtures, but I haven't got the fixtures. Our power's all hooked up and buried. Like I said, the box is all done. All the outlets work. So as far as the downstairs go, all the outlets work. Everything has power to it. The only thing I need to do is put some fixtures up. As soon as my fixtures are up, all of the electrical downstairs will work. So it's not exactly pretty, but it's being that, you know, aside from putting electrical in a barn or a shed, this is the first time I've done electrical in a house. And so it's not like gorgeous electrical work that you'd see someone else do, but it's, you know, it's functional. There's nothing wrong with it. So yeah. Okay, so another thing I did is I went ahead and put in the upstairs floor. And I also put in this wall here. And then you go upstairs kind of like here. And then I have a wall for the bedroom. I haven't done an update for a little while, but I also put in the washroom wall, which you can't really see because I put up this sheet. So if you come in here, so here is the walls for the washroom. Now this switch was an afterthought, and so I haven't actually connected it to the power because I just haven't turned off the power and connected it yet. It's not a big deal because I don't have my light fixture just yet for the top, and so and I don't have the light switch for this one. So as soon as I get the light switch and the fixture, then obviously I'll hook it up here. I'm not too terribly worried about it right now. So yeah, all the rough-in's been done. I'm excited to do the finishing touches, and I think putting up the walling is just gonna make it feel like I'm actually getting somewhere and things are actually getting done, and then when the flooring goes in, it'll feel even better. All right, so that is the update for now. Super excited to have all of the electrical working, especially to have the outlets in the bar. But if you would like to follow along for part 2 of finishing out this tiny cabin, then hit the subscribe button and like this video, and yeah, just look for the next video. Probably the next step is I'm going to be putting my walling up, and then after my walling goes up, I'll be putting my light fixtures in, and then the flooring. So I'm just doing the finishing touches for the downstairs, and then after I've finished the downstairs, I'll head upstairs and do the upstairs. I've chose to do the upstairs last because I wanted to just focus on doing the downstairs first, and then the upstairs will start becoming a priority. I did get most of the insulation done upstairs, and like I said, I got the upstairs floor done. But if you can see, I've got some insulation that's not been put up, and it's right in the middle, and that is because I was waiting to put down my floorboards before I started focusing on the insulation. I did do some of the insulation over there where I could stand. I can finish the peak insulation up to, I guess, where the floor ends. But this other stuff is kind of sketchy because I don't have the best balance, and I didn't want to fall because all I've got is one little tiny board to go across. So I'm gonna wait till I have my floorboards put up, and then I'll do the insulation up on the peak. It hasn't really been cold or anything, so I'm not worried about getting it done right this minute. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video, hopefully. It is pouring rain outside. All right, bye.